Hi, welcome back to my channel. Well, today it's time to start doing some winterizing and some cleaning. I haven't washed that trailer, I think only twice this whole season. At the beginning of the season, I washed and waxed it, and I use a product that is just fantastic. It basically keeps itself clean. You can see in my truck, it is absolutely filthy. Well, I didn't quite take the trailer on as dirty of a road, but I did several really dirty roads. It got pretty filthy, and it was just a matter of rinsing. The wax just beads off. It's really cool product. Well, right now it's pretty dirty, and I want to clean it up for the winter. Plus, I want a nice coat of wax on it for the winter. So I'll show you what I do. It is just so simple and so quick that I got to talk about it. So the last couple of trips we've taken this on, and I mean, I've done thousands of miles this season. It was raining pretty good and got a lot of rain spray and the dirt up from the roads. The back of the trailer was just a mess, and the front of the trailer, you can see, I hope you can really make it out here, but considering how dirty it really was, it really rinses off nicely. So after a couple of trips, this was really bad, but just a spray wand and hose it off, and this is really all that's left. So this is the product that I use. I bought it on Amazon. If you read the label, it describes the whole thing. I like to use a foaming sprayer. It just really does a good job, but you don't have to. You can just pour this into a bucket. It mixes 1 part of this cleaner foamer and 9 parts of water, and you can do it with a hand brush or a hand sponge, and then rinse it off. But I love doing the foaming wand. It just makes it so much faster and so much simpler, especially for the big tall sides. So for starters, you want to have this in the shade if at all possible. Pretty difficult on something this size, so I did the one side in the morning, and then I do the other side in the afternoon, and then you've got the shade. When it comes to the nose cap, that's a different story. I'll show you that. This is the foam cannon that I use on my pressure washer. I just got a Ryobi 2000 PSI pressure washer. Nothing really all that fantastic, but it works great. I like to let it soak in a little bit, but on a really hot day, you don't want to let it sit very long because it bonds, and then you've got to do it again because it kind of clings to the dirt, and then that wax that's built in kind of adheres it. So I have my brush, and I run water through it, rub it in really good. And then rinse. I got to show you this dirt. It's just beating down. Pretty amazing. Anyway, you get the idea. Brush is pretty simple. I like to use a brush that has ends on it so the ends don't beat and damage anything on the trailer. Washes up underneath areas really good. This has a on-off switch for your water. And what's really cool, as you can see, the water is just beating up and running off. You really don't even need to dry the trailer. In the springtime, I dry it and buff it a real nice luster. But in the fall, since it's just going to be getting the elements of winter, I don't bother wiping it all down. I do like to wipe the windows just in case there's any water spotting, but it really doesn't water spot. It just cleans up nice. And the wax is really good for all the vinyl labels as well. You can see the black as it's drying. It didn't really clean well, so I'll take a brush and a towel and I'll go over those. And then I have some treatment that I like to put on them when it comes to the black, especially black plastic and the textured black paint. This has got a little bit of a texture to it. But as you're cleaning, you might have a few spots that just don't come clean. There was a vinyl sticker up there. There's some residue left behind. The silicone, it collects dirt. So those areas you do have to go up a little soap and scrub those. And then there's areas like this. I scuffed the back fender of my bike as I was getting it on my bicycle rack. So there's some black paint, and it is not coming off with any cleaner or any amount of scrubbing. So I've got a technique for that. I'll show you. I like to use rubbing compounds. My go-to rubbing compound is Meguiar's. I love the Meguiar's products, but I've also used the Turtle Wax. This is a clean cut rubbing compound, so it doesn't take off and leave a lot of scratch behind. Some of them really leave a swirl mark, so you want to stay away from a heavy cut, but a clean cut is nice. This is a clear coat finish type. It's a rubbing compound that will remove fine scratches and stains like this without leaving any swirls. But then if there is swirls, if you do see it, especially on black, there are other compounds where you can step up and get a really fine polish. But for what I'm doing here, I've had really good luck with the Turtle Wax, and it's inexpensive, so we'll use it. I put it on a microfiber. Just a little daub. Just kind of dab it onto the surface. Kind of press it into your towel. And then with just swirling motion. Didn't quite get it all out, so I'm going to do one more little dab. Now I have rubbed through the fresh wax that I had in this area, so I want to go back and put a nice coat of wax. So, very nice. When it comes to the front cap, when you've got full sun on it like I have, you might have to do it in two sections because it dries so fast, especially if it's really warm. I'm going to attempt to do it all at once. We'll give it a shot. I want it to soak in so I can get all the bugs out of it. We'll see. I might have to do it twice. Quick note on this product. As I picked this up, it reminded me. It uses 1 part per 9 parts. So there's a little line on here. Put in about that much and then fill it with water. This stuff's kind of expensive, so you don't want to be just wasting it. No sense of using more than what it requires. But if I'm only using this much, I can get a lot of washes. Well, this is 3 years old and I've washed 2 different trailers several times. did great. It's not perfect. If it was springtime, I'd be up there buffing it. But for weather cleaning for the winter, looks great. Water's just beating right up. When it comes to the tires and wheels, if you're thinking about washing a trailer, you probably washed your car a few times, and you probably have a good idea on what to do about tires and wheels. But I like Armor All products, and I like No Touch tire cleaner. There's some great wheel cleaners. You spray it on, it foams up on the wheels, it cleans off all the brake dust and grime that builds up from roads. And then using a No Touch tire or an Extreme Shine like Armor All or Meguiar's, it's just a matter of spraying it on and gives you that beautiful tire look. I like to use the No Touch. This one is Wet and Protect. Don't like this as much as the other, but I like using it on all the black surfaces too. Spray it on, even though it's a no touch, I like to wipe it off, and it just leaves all your plastic and your textured metal surfaces really nice. It's just a really nice detail. I'm not going to do that since I'm winterizing again. Do that in the spring. I literally spray all the undercarriage. It not only makes it look good, but it adds a nice protectant on all of the frame, the chassis, axles, everything. And it's fairly inexpensive, so go hog wild. I've been using it on chassis, fender wells for many, many years. I've never experienced a buildup or anything that would cause me to say, don't do it. I do it a lot. Great way to detail out. All right, well, there's really not a whole lot more to say. I'll try to keep this short and sweet. So thanks for watching. Appreciate you tuning in. Give me a like if you like what I'm doing. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks again. Bye for now.